right.
Okay. Another interesting half an hour.
Indeed.
That I will never ever get back. So,
neither will anybody else.
So I guess this would have been a lot better if I actually would have. Somehow I thought I did what I haven't done yet.
Oh, you ready? We'll talk about the beer. You ready?
Ready
for me to fetch?
Content was removed. Now what? 2 yesterday. Deadhead Imperial Red IPA, a brew review for breaking community their gun guidelines. Okay.
You had a gun, Sean.
There's a shocker. Wait till they change community guidelines for abusing a hamster. Oh, we only had 44 comments, so this might not actually be terrible. Okay. Oh, still going backwards. I had 1,502 subscribers, and now I'm down to 1,497. Okay, view more. Filter by. I guess a fast recap. Well, he's getting the beer of the day. The kitchen is completely put back together. The butcher block counters are done. The beautiful sink is in place. The Kraus faucet is installed. The garbage disposal is in and running. He didn't want a typical plastic drain. He wanted everything to be full, scheduled 40. So the whole thing is scheduled 40. And unlike the old one, is removable.
All right, you ready?
I am ready. I have to scan to the bottom. Of course, this is now going to be really easy because I literally can go straight to the bottom and there's only one.
Ta-da!
Boardwalk.
Oh, there's more to it.
Extra hard blue slushie.
This is a hard slushie.
Have you had this?
No.
So when you blow out what a rating would be, you're basing it on the fact of how I describe it and what you would think it would be.
Well, some I've had. This I have not. But this sounds to me like an intriguing one that you would have once in a while. That you'll probably have fun with and enjoy it.
Hang on, I have to fix something or we'll get yelled at.
What?
Fuck. The mood lighting.
Holy shit.
I'm going to go back to the mood lighting after this. Yesterday we were talking about all of the channels that I follow, and he's been at least like DDE, but he's introduced me to a shitload of fantastic YouTubers, and we were wondering what happened. He goes, every other day they put out a video, or at least once a week.
Yeah, once a week. Yeah, the kids.
And they haven't got a bunch of engineers. We got Blondie Hacks. She's the picture, the thumbnail is the door. She's building
a steam
train to scale. I mean, it's part for part, the real thing.
Not just building it. In other words, she has bars of steel. She chops them up and she manufactures every handle, every little grip.
She makes the screws, all the fasteners.
Everything. She manufactures every freaking piece of this thing, called Blondie Hacks. Quinn is her name. And she's very talented. He's watching Inheritance Machining. You enjoy that? That's Brandon. Not an engineer. He's a smart ass.
I love both of them because of their sense of humor. Not an engineer. Every one of his videos, like if I was to pretend I was him for this one, I'd be like using John's wallet as my microphone.
Oh yeah.
He obviously has his microphone hidden somewhere in here, but he literally holds a spatula or a wrench or
a screwdriver in the air.
Yeah.
He just talks into the whatever inanimate object he has. He just talks into it. He's definitely funny.
Oh, but these guys' ability.
Oh God.
I mean, especially is it him? Is it Brandon who?
Heritage Machining?
Well, most of the guys you've introduced me to, it's one thing to buy the equipment that can make the stuff. It's another thing when you go, I'm just going to build a 5-axis CNC machine.
Yeah, no, that's not an engineer. He built his own 5-axis. That is,
as a matter of fact,
fucking crazy.
The mill is able to do its shit, and then he built the table, which is hooked up to robots. So the table is able to turn.
Remember the robot? Yes, that has the multiple axis on. Oh, yes. He's a talented fellow. Very talented fellow.
These guys are.
And then Corona Engineering and Eric with a K. He's got a new video out tonight, by the way. Eric with a K. So he was the one who headed up. And Alex Steele, who is a machinist slash blacksmith slash steel. He's in the middle of making. He just made his name in
Damascus.
Damascus.
Yeah, you have the ability to do some of the most beautiful knives, and so Damascus isn't challenging enough. Let's make it so that I can put my name in Damascus.
And then twist it, then reforge it out, and then wrap it and keep my name in perfect. It's just nuts. Remember the dog? His dog? He put his dog in Damascus. He did QR codes in Damascus. He has a QR code you can actually scan it. It's not a knife.
In Damascus.
In Damascus. It's like, yeah.
Okay. 13 years ago, and the last of the videos, or the last of the content creators, my friends, that I saved to say, if you happen to see this, the channel's back. This is Andrew. Andrew had, I think when I met Andrew, he had like 250 subscribers and I had 2,500. And he asked me to help him build his channel. Then he totally denies it, and I believe it because he was accused of clicking his own ads and lost his channel. His brother, I believe, started a channel for him so that it was a different IP address and blah blah blah. And then Andrew took that one over, and that channel right now is GY6Vids. He's coming up on 900,000 subs, but he's a gun creator, so a lot of his, I believe, just like with me, I would absolutely, if I'm able to afford it, I actually would like to go in the direction that John is going, especially with the freeze drying stuff. I realize that it's going to be a huge financial commitment, but
you never know. You might be able to pull off something. We'll work on something.
What that machine is capable of doing every time, like just tonight, he was talking about, he was going through his Jew files here, and he found cabbage for 15 cents a pound. And I said, okay, this thing seems like a great possibility. What would you do if you bought a whole bunch of cabbage? And we started talking about the aspects, and I realized, I know this isn't the freeze dry, boring McLean, whatever, eat a dick. We'll freeze dry it for you. But if you truly sit and go, I want to A, save money, B, I want to eat better, and I want to be able to preserve stuff. I want to know that if the world does turn upside down, that
and people right there when they go, oh yeah, okay, well, I don't worry about Sandy happened. COVID happened. This is in your lifetime. This is like, should be very fresh in your fucking mind. Not having any grocery stores open for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That's still, that should be fresh in everybody's mind.
I had a piece of shit governor that if you were anywhere around the Twin Cities, they had gangs of cops walking through communities, yelling at people, telling them to go back into their house. Glad that didn't happen anywhere around me. He had highway patrol and sheriffs blocking the border to not let anybody into, well, the piece of shit that's in charge of this state is almost to the point where if John told me that me and him could make $100,000 a month, I still have some apprehension. When you guys get rid of her, I think, you know, it's funny that you have a Democrat that says no kings to Trump, and yet
Makes yourself the queen.
if you went through what this bitch has done to Maine,
Oh yeah, she's the queen.
so Andrew has well, I guess I lied. 813,000 subscribers, 270 videos, and as of right now, he has not done a video for 11 months. Andrew used to be the guy that shot 12 videos in 1 month. He used to go to Florida. He's friends with, I keep losing his name, the dude that
His daughter works for them.
is responsible for building 50 cals.
Yeah.
And I think, was it his that blew up for Scott from
No, I don't think so.
well, either way, Andrew would go to Florida. He was friends with Mike, the guy that used to own In the Red, and then the dude that owns all the guns. So imagine having a YouTube channel where, Smile Money, I would not have to buy the $10,000 rifle and then put the $3,000 scope on it, but I could go down and use it all day long to shoot videos. And that's exactly what Andrew did. He used to put out one video a month, so 12 videos a year. And Andrew is a cool guy. And unlike a certain couple of people that I know, when Andrew grew beyond me, he helped me instead of not talking to me anymore. As a matter of fact, I think Andrew may have changed his phone because he used to text me Merry Christmas and Happy Thanksgiving and that kind of thing every single year. And this year I didn't hear from him, so I sent him the text and I never heard back. So he may have changed his phone and I didn't make the, the numbers may have been lost. But so that's... he says, Miller is like having sex on a boat. Ask me why. Come on. And that was B&E's introduction video, the very first one ever. On this video, Smile Money was first. Bad says, Smile Money, dude, you are number one. And then Smile Money says back, 2 days in a row, time to take a break. And speaking of that, this looks just like tidy blue water. It has that blue raspberry smell to it, and it was 8.1? 8%. Cheers, everybody. It's not boozy. It does not have warming. Turn up the chill with this 8% ABV blue Slushie. A bold burst of icy flavor. These are dangerous. Should I pretend I don't like it to see what number score that he'd give it? Oh, I can't do that. The sweetness does not taste artificial. Let's see, alcohol from sugar, fermentation, water, sugar, lemon juice from concentrate, natural flavors. Let's see, acid, citric acid, Blue number 1, sulfates to preserve flavor. Produced in can by Down East Cider House, LLC. East Boston, Mass. Yeah, those are honestly dangerous. If he was less Jewish, there would have been 2 of them. Let's see. Rich says cheers. Cheers, Rich. Bad says cheers to Rich. Sramani, did you get those countertops installed? By now, you know I sent you the video. Yes. This morning consisted of verifying that the poly was thoroughly dry, and it was. Me and John put the Kraus faucet. It's a commercial faucet, with the big spring that holds it's a beautiful faucet. It's a Kohler farmhouse, single exit sink, and it's one of those ones that comes with a plastic cutting board, a wooden cutting board. It rolls out over the top of it, and it's firm, so you could put vegetables or whatever up on there. It's an absolutely stunning setup. So then I put some silicone around that, set that down in a place. When I cut the hole, it was actually so tight that after putting the polyurethane on it, I was worried I was going to need to do some sanding this morning to get it to seat again, like it might have swollen up. But it was like I'm underneath, letting it come down, and John's on top, and I go, "Was that it?" And he goes, "No, not completely." And then he touched one area and it just went straight down. And I'm like, that was our test fit. Pulled it back out, put the silicone down, set it down in a place, put the locking clamps in all the way around. They're a pain in the ass, but they do what they're supposed to do. Caulked it all. I had to rebuild under the sink, because if you've ever been in any rental, under the sink is always rotted out. I took that all apart. I put in a plywood sheet, and then I literally covered it with the same flooring that we've done throughout the first floor, and the stairs and the landing on the second floor. Then the hinges were all rusted out, so we bought new hinges, and I replaced the hinges on that. So that's all done. Caulked between the tile and the countertops. I have some drywall that I fixed in there. And then in this room that is basically off the front porch, it was built to be a small bedroom, but it's going to be his filming and prep room. He has 2 dehydrators, beautiful machines that he stole.
Excalibur.
That he stole.
Stole?
Did you even pay $100 combined for both of them?
98.
Stole. And then the freeze dryer, which is one of the biggest models that you probably can get. And then on top of it, because he's John, and had a conversation with the company, and because they weren't giving him forthwith on where shipping details, and they figured he was getting angry, they upgraded him to the biggest and the best of the pumps.
Vacuum pump, yeah. And free shipped it.
If you do vacuum stuff like he did with the making of the calls and that kind of stuff, those pumps can look like large pumps to pump air into a fish tank. This, on the other hand, is in a box that's 10 inches high and almost 3 feet long, and it's all pump.
Yeah, it's heavy too.
So the only thing left on my entire agenda, tomorrow I need to start packing my vehicle and somehow leave room for a big screen TV, possibly 2 dog kennels, and a smoker on top of everything that I have to put in there. Yes.
I can see you now. You're gonna be like, Smoker TV. Smoker TV. Smoker TV. You're going to go, dog kennel.
Dog kennel. Screw that dog kennel. No, Samantha and Gage are taking a contract with their company for the next site, and they've decided that as much as they love their big ass fifth wheel, she's like, we don't honestly need this much home. So she's downsizing, and I'm reaping the rewards. I'm getting a very nice laptop, which I'm going to need your help or NIHAP's help. Especially if it's right now, I kind of wish that I was coming back up here so we could undo the Windows Circle of Doom and just go straight on the Linux.
Yeah.
55-inch, a fairly new 55-inch Samsung TV and a big smoker. And
I don't hear what anybody says. It's okay to say big screen.
Big screen.
It was a 32-inch before. Now they're 55. See, it's big. Everybody keeps making the word big screen way too big. Oh, is it a 75? No, that's not a big screen.
I'm in the life of, we used to have a 13-inch TV. Mm-hmm. And that was, oh my God, because we were like those weird people. We had a TV in the living room, and then we had one in the kitchen.
Console sits in the living room. That's a piece of furniture.
Our first one actually had not the second one was the clicker, click, click, click every time you change channels, but the first one was a cable. Yeah. So your remote,
the box was like this, and you pressed.
Your remote was a big ass box, and there was a wire that that kind of ages.
My grandfather going, take that, get a box, yeah, sit down, shut up. Who's doing the volume? I will. Okay, that was it. You were the volume person. Commercial comes.
But you realize that our children don't know what a lot of things are. Like they don't know what a world is like with not having a microwave. They don't know what the world is like living with a black and white TV.
What's that over there? What do I have over there?
The internet. Encyclopedia Britannica.
I have the original internet and the new internet. There's a world map on the wall and the Encyclopedia Britannica right there. And it's actually a world book. World book encyclopedia and a world map. So you can both look at the whole entire world and read about it right here.
And then right next to it is the beast.
Yes.
It looks like an alien ship getting ready to take off, and I have the exact same one. I actually thought I was downgrading by going back to it, but since I went back to using that as my main Wi-Fi, I haven't been bounced out of.
I like it.
I realize that when someone hears this, he's like, because you're a dumb shit and you never had the first stuff configured right in the first place. And if I get my ass up there, we will solve these problems.
I have to fix this too. This is the feed for that off the primary. And it feeds to that when it makes it a secondary. So remember the whole house, everywhere in the whole, even outside has internet.
Okay. We're supposed to go fast so we can get to our shit.
Unless you want the original internet. And that's available for you over here. But there's nothing fucking wrong with it.
I used to have the exact same set.
My favorite part is you hear shit being said now, then you can go back and check it in there and go, who changed that? Huh? Who changed the fucking information of the past? Curious on that.
But
in charge of that?
Is your old internet affected by the Mandela effect?
Oh God.
Okay. Salty. You will face many defeats in life, but never let yourself be unnaked. Maya Angelou.
Oh bullshit. Maya Angelou. She's a black poet.
Yeah. Bad greetings, Naked Salty. You should close your blinds. And then he says, with a read more button, there once was a fellow named Wade who wandered off deep in the glade. Quite naked and scared, with his backside quite bared, he wished he had packed pants for the shade. Jesus Christ. Salty to bad, Wade can make pants with the high grass in the glades if he knew how to wave.
Weave.
Oh, sorry, weave.
Weave. Wave.
Multi-gunman. Keep on being naked star in your own right. Keep on defining nakedness. Don't be defined by wearing clothes. George Eliot Clark.
Oh my God. These fucking people coming up with these ridiculous.
Salty back. True that.
He gave up. So I
What? I discussed it while you're gone.
well, I'm waiting to hear about it.
It's
Interesting.
it's sad that you only got one. They're addicting. They're blue raspberry. The sweetness is
Oh, you've already refilled.
the sweetness is spot on. It's not a 0-calorie bullshit sugar replacement. It's
I thought you'd have fun with it. I thought you'd something you'd have fun with. Is it a daily drinker? No.
it's dangerous.
Ah,
If you had purchased two,
it's too easy to go down.
I would have I would already be on the second one.
By the way, you know what this means, right? Another successful
Cheap old gun guy.
selection. That's another. That's it. That's 20. Yeah, 20.
Cheap old gun guy.
You have 0.
In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. Mega.
True. Very true.
Smart money. So basically, you had a 4-pack for the road. No. He bought me a 4-pack to enjoy.
He helped my sister out, and I take that very. That's for me. That's a very personal thing. He was kind. He helped my sister out, so he wanted this beer. He really enjoyed that beer, so I got him a 4-pack.
Yeah, it was. I was in possession of it for 3 days before I even had the first one. I hadn't intended on bringing it with me. I want to purchase a bunch for the road. I'll pick it up tomorrow. We have a food run to do so that he's ready for the week, and I'm gonna get some double and some imperial, and I plan on.
That's the on the road stuff.
That's the on the road. Actually, because I won't be hammering down 9% Imperials anymore tonight or tomorrow. That actually does mean I will have 3 extras for the road.
And a 4-pack of stupid priced beer. I bought you the 90 for $3.89. And you bought the 120 for $40.
Yeah.
2 90s is $8.
I don't know what this year is because they never really say, but 120 fluctuates between 19 and 21%.
Still, I could have got 4 of the 90s for fucking $16.
Yeah, but when you drink it, you would understand.
That costs more than a 12-pack of 90s.
He would not understand.
No, he would not.
Smile money. And you decided to break into them early, like a kid at Christmas. No, actually, I'm going the other way. I was going to drink all 4 of them, like, until they were gone, and I'm actually going to be leaving here with 3 of the 4. I screwed up.
Well, also don't forget, a lot of times, you guys don't understand. Well, you probably understand, but you don't witnessing to it. We're getting up at like, sometimes I get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I'll take a quick shower, get stuff ready, whatever we got to do. But then we get started, and we have coffee at 6:15, and we eat dinner at 6:15. So it's been 12 hours.
Actually, if we're having dinner at 6, that's in early record territory.
Yeah.
We have been working until 8 o'clock. How many times have you seen a brewery review? Well, this is a late one.
Yeah.
Some of these are even before dinner, just so that
it happens.
I mean, the last 2 mornings, not only were we up, but we were working by 6:30 because this is it. So tomorrow I have already tried to I'm trying to
Tools are
find
staged, yeah.
all of my tools. I need to go through the Honda. I need to try to make room for Christ for everything.
There's tools, staging. And plus, we have little, yeah, like today. Today's a very good example of what happens. Just need to put the plug in. Now, we can take out that plug. It'll hold a 20 amp plug in there. But then there's going to be extension cords to put the Excaliburs in. But we really need to have a dedicated 20 amp circuit just to. So before you know it, what ends up happening, we stare at it for a while and just come to the decision we need to cut the wall out and we need to rewire it
One year
correctly.
1 year ago, we built a room and we insulated and drywalled. And I did. I don't remember if I did 2 coats. I think that was 1 coat.
1 coat.
I did the 1 coat and left the rest to him. A year later, there was so much stuff going on that John never got back to that room. But yeah, in order to do it right and make sure that there was an adequate plug-in and power for the new freeze, we I took the lower pieces of rock back off, removed all the screws. We pulled everything aside. We got really lucky with the wire.
Yeah.
I mean, he's downstairs going, it looks like I got the spray foam pushed out of the way. And he pushes the wire and he goes, I pushed at least 2 feet up there. And I go up there and I'm looking and there's no wire sticking out in the room. I'm son of a bitch. This is going to be... And I realized that the wire has already passed through a hole in a 2x4 in the wall for which we're going to put it over there. I'm like, holy shit. Not only did the wire come up, but it's already gone through the first... Okay, I got it.
Got very lucky.
Put the box in, put the plug in, and put the rock back on, and then I put a serious coat on yesterday. So if I do not get back to it, for what we want to do with that wall,
I can finish that now. But see, remember, I had this ceiling, that trim, that room, this one in here. We had done so much, but it had to come to an end. It was 4 weeks. It came to an end. The big stuff, the new ceiling getting put in.
I realize what your life is like because when Rhett's home, all that shit comes to a stop. So everything. He literally has 2 or 3 days a week that he can even possibly work.
That's it.
This ceiling didn't get touched, but the kitchen got done.
Yep, we got it done. And the bathroom got done, and I put a floor in that bathroom upstairs, and I...
Oh, yeah, both bathrooms are farther along.
But see, if it takes the average person a week and a half to 2 weeks to get it done, it's going to take me 3 months.
No, I fully understand because we have had shutdown days where we had to go find something else to do because, hey, if you make promises, we got a surprise for you, buddy. And then, okay, well, I need to actually work in there. Well, we're going to have to find something else to do today. Smile Money says, did your truck ever have the alternator fixed? Since your neighbor didn't get the plow jobs, I guess not. I don't really want to talk about it. If I would have just followed through on what I originally wanted to do, it would have been corrected on the 18th of last month. It would have been done by Accurate Auto. They would have looked at the idler pulley and the tensioner pulley, and Scott was also going to swap out my fast filters. Scott, knowing something about the fast system, said that he would just replace those filters every 12 months, regardless if the truck was acting weird or not. He said it's just a safe call.
You still wouldn't have had the plowing done. And we'll leave it at that.
Well, there was an incident. My alternative plow guy...
No. Nope. You just look in the box and go, this is empty. Yes, it's empty.
So my truck is literally sitting in a snowdrift. I'm sure I've got some. Well, I know I have some because I've heard from three of them. Some upset neighbors because one of them, and I feel bad because I had a talk with the neighbor at the end, and unlike the one across the alley, I'll plow in front of your garage every time it snows if I can just put the snow in your yard. Well, go fuck yourself. The one at the end, it's like she goes, wait a second. You'll make sure that I can always get out of my driveway if you just put snow in my yard? She goes, oh my God. She goes, yes. Well, I did that all the way up until I left. And then they could get 14 inches of snow tomorrow. Spend money. Search YouTube for budget long distance rifle builds. $1,500 works. Bad decisions only get justified by denial. Laugh out loud. Well, I don't give a shit what someone can say they can do, but I can guarantee you someone that, say does this shit for a living isn't gonna go out and trust his life to $1,500. You can't get a good scope for $1,500. And I'm not.
He said an AR-15 build.
I said budget long distance rifle.
Right. Oh, long distance? Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm
corrected.
He's picking on the 7 Psalm.
Oh.
Which it was only like $1,200 more than a budget build, so it's right in there.
Look, you have a problem.
I never said I did. I've gone out of my way to say, well, you could get this for $10, but the one that you want is $100. That's fine. I'll wait. I don't have to have it today. I'll wait until
Tomorrow works.
Yeah, tomorrow will work. Finally, thanks for the explanation on the freeze drying rehydrating. Can't wait to see it done.
Yes.
Yes.
We were kind of stupid looking out there in the driveway in the freezing cold, tearing this thing apart, a whole pallet, going, damn.
The fucking door is impressive.
Yeah.
Over an inch of clear acrylic
plexiglass. Clear acrylic plexiglass.
And even at that whole thing gets sucked in. Smart one, Eric. We'll have to do a review from Philly. I already have the beer. No, I do not want to have one of those beers from Vermont. I hate to see Eric cry. Hey, I'll have 3 more than planned. If you Smile Money, if you told me that I don't mind an IPA, I would absolutely. I mean, it's shit like this. What has my whole collection of expensive scotch and whiskeys has been for? To share with people. Actually, I was a little disappointed. You had like one, and then the person that I thought would split it with me has been a no-show, which I realize there's never itinerary ever out there. There's no spreadsheet programs. There's no schedules. There's either
There's a knock on the door going, how am I supposed to get in the driveway if your fucking car's in the way? God. Move it over to that side. I have to get to the charger.
Cobra says, home. Bad says, John Child cooks and cleans. Wasn't there a cook named Childs or whatever?
Oh, Julia Child.
Julia, is that what he's meaning?
Yeah.
I wouldn't go home either. Hey, sex is the same no matter where I'm at.
What?
None.
Oh, okay, good. I was going to say, careful what you say, motherfucker.
What's that joke? Sir, your wife died 3 years ago. Oh, Well, I noticed the dishes were stacking up and the sex was the same. Bad. Greetings, Captain. Bad with a crying smiley face. Bad. Eric once told John, hey, watch my gerbil for a minute. I gotta run to the store. John says, sure. How hard can it be? 10 minutes later, Eric comes back and finds John sitting on the couch, sweating, holding a shoebox and whispering, okay, little buddy, let's both pretend that nothing happened. Eric asks, what happened? John sighs and says, well, your gerbil escaped. My pants got involved. And now neither of us is emotionally ready to talk about it.
Wow.
You know, sometimes there's reasons to have a little scotch on hand.
There can be a reason.
That's
My pants got involved. Neither one of us want to talk about it. What the fuck?
Captain, have you tried Crown Royal chocolate?
What?
Good. Dangerously good. Now, I haven't seen that. I don't mind. I'm trying to think of what all of them that I've had.
Green apple.
Green apple.
That's the one I had the night Kian told me, the whole bottle I had the night Kian told me he got married 6 months earlier.
Wow. Didn't they also have orange, or I'm trying to think of what the other one? Peach.
Peach.
Crown Royal peach. Yeah. That was a disappointment. Apple wasn't bad in moderation.
Yeah, I didn't do moderation that night.
No, I have not had chocolate. Smile Money says he hasn't recovered from the green apple. Wow, that's probably. I think I still have. I think I might have peach and green apple still on the shelf. If it's still on the shelf and it's been there for years, you kind of, yeah. Matt Davis. Well, that was what I think.
Okay.
Usually just says fun stuff like beer or yes. Hemp Seed Addict. Does the Mega Freezer dry machine better handle energy consumption?
Yeah. It is not bad, okay? A lot of people have done watt meters on them, and it generally, for the most part, tends to cost between $1.50 and $2.75 a run. So if you do, let's say, 5 runs in a month, you're looking at probably around $10 increase. If you did 10, you're looking at a $20 increase. But you have to weigh that against what you're getting. What are you doing? What are you saving?
She says, I have a little Ninja smart oven and notice some settings call for a long ass time. So I wonder about the energy factor involved.
Good question. It's a very good question. A lot of people have curiosity, because you were talking about this will run for 24 hours. But here's the way it does, though. It freezes, right? Or you can age yourself in. Remember I said you can pre-freeze? So if you pre-freeze it, and then I put it in my chest freezer, then I put it in there, it's going to still bring it down to 21 below, but that doesn't have to go so far. And once it reaches that point, now it's under vacuum, and now it just pulses the heat. And that the sublimation causes the moisture to vaporize out. It sticks to that wall. Remember the big round tube? It sticks to that wall. And when it's all said and done, you pull it out, and then you defrost the unit. And you've pulled out totally freeze-dried stores.
We absolutely have to, even if we forego any more drywall or any of the above, clean that whole side out, get that in there, get that thing up. I mean, if I don't help you put that up there, it's
290 pounds. I could, but I'm 62 years old and should not ever do that again. I
have had a problem with a hernia, and you probably hear me go.
Well, I've been told on several occasions that you need to knock it off. You're going to crush something. You're going to do something bad. I haven't done anything. Knock on wood. I've fallen. I've done lots of horrible, awful, terrible things, but have emerged from these things no surgical, no nothing. So,
In response to Hempseed Addict, Smile Money says to her, "The lights dim on the East Coast when John fires it up."
oh my God.
Smile Money, more snow job inquiries than in 3 years that you have owned the truck, question mark. Those 2 calls must have been overwhelming. 6. I've turned down 6 people. That last I had a conversation for almost 20 minutes with a guy who he was like, "Oh, you're out in Maine? My son was out in Maine for a couple of years. Now he's in Connecticut." And it's like, he's just the nicest guy. He goes, "Oh, it's just been terrible back here in Duluth." I go, "Yeah, that's what I heard." And this was the first time that between what I've done on Facebook, I mean, I literally put out 454 snow plowing. I have 2 great big magnets on the door of my truck that say 454 snow plowing and the phone number. I tried to do some advertising. I plowed Angela hard. And she did advertising for me. She's such a sweet woman. I don't know if I could have charged her even if she wasn't willing. She's like, took my business cards and sent me screenshots of everything she did within the hour. Love that. To me, that's just trying to establish myself. But you know what? The next time it snowed and the plow went by, I went up there. I mean, it's a simple crisscross. I mean, it's 5 minutes of my time, literally a block from where the truck is parked. So, Smile Money. My deer rifle cost me $100 with a 4-time scope. Of course, it was purchased when I was 13. Deer have been harvested with it, and I have fired a 2-inch group with it at 100 yards consistently with a cheap Bushnell scope. But he says, "How did your rifle do in the deer stand with Matt this year?" Laugh out loud. I never went. Smile Money.
Did Matt get a deer?
Matt, did he this year?
You would have definitely heard if he did. For at least a week.
I honestly can't remember. I know he was really proud because a partially disabled guy that he used to work with, or might have been his boss, brought him up. Got him in the little shack with heat. It's one of these octagon shaped ones where the windows all open up so you can stick your rifle out there. And even that, I was like, hey, good job, Matt. Found somebody that would have not had the opportunity to get out and got him out. Smile Money says, "Yes, you can renew your Minnesota driver's license while out of state by requesting a remote application through the Minnesota Department of Public Safety, DVS. DVS will ensure reuse your existing photo and signature." Damn. Just gave away Christine's secret to get you home.
I knew it had to be.
God, now that I don't have to renew it. Christine, just sell my shit. Send me the money. Just kidding. Don't do that. I'll come get it. Smile Money.
I was going to say, I can see it right now. Well, the JP is going to be, I got to get at least 150 for it.
Smile Money says, "Practicing sarcasm. Hell, I have a PhD in it."
I didn't notice.
Smile Money. "Joey is on the east side of New York, or about 166 miles from Schenectady, New York. So you will be driving right by his front door, you bastard." Joey says, "Are you stalking me?"
Yes.
Smile Money back to Joey. "See, you told me the name of your bro. I don't know. And I voted Republican. And then a quick question to Grok gives the mileage. But then again, I do have eyes and ears on the ground everywhere." Well, Joey told me that he's 188 miles away from Samantha. So really not a love connection to bring him, because I honestly was thinking about bringing him one of the trays.
Oh, I'll have to send it to him. Yeah.
Now, on the other hand, if I knew I could see
Here's my idea, though. See, Joey doesn't actually need the tray. He needs the depth, and he needs an actual pattern of the tray. I could do this pattern out of paper, folding it up and mailing it to him.
You could do the exact pattern with dimensions and email it to him, and he could print the fucking thing out himself.
Well, he didn't want that. He wanted the tray. But here's my idea:
you'll get no tray.
If I put paper cardboard on the inside of the tray and get it all so it fits perfect,
and then say this 1/2 inch high.
Yeah, this is this much. There you go. Then I fold it up and I put it in one of my envelopes.
Now, if there's a thing that the stuff sits in, why, even though we haven't opened the door and taken it out, why what's in there is cocked over it like
it's shipped over this way? You take that all the way out when you clean it. That comes all the way out. You pull it out and you unplug it. Those are the heating trays. There's 7 trays. The tube is the vacuum chamber. This sets in it. It's just turned like this because that's the way.
Yeah, how'd you like to have a vacuum chamber like the one that guy made when we were watching DDE for doing carbon fiber?
That was psychotic.
It looked like something that NASA had built. And this guy built it himself. Yeah. And now he's going, this was just my prototype little one. Little one?
He wants the big one to put the whole car in it. His little one was... Think of a very large, a Quonset hut. He wants to build one the size of a Quonset hut, but the other half as well. His was about the size of a Quonset hut, which is a round tube, half of a round tube. He had that much there, and you could put fenders in it, doors in it, the fairings in it, but you couldn't put the whole freaking car. He wants one to drive the car in and vacuum it.
I would say the one that he has now, that door must have been 5 or 6 feet across.
Oh, yes. But the problem is when it's round like that, you have to have a floor in here, which now took up this much of it. Plus, you have to have clearance here and on the sides you end up with just a square inside that's usable.
Yeah, that one was just for parts.
And what they do it for is when you do the layering of the first the regular fiberglass, then you have the adhesion layer, then you have the carbon fiber, and then you have another one turned another way. Those are all just layers. Okay, so the first thing you got to do is you got to be able to bring it up to temp, which is like 200 and some odd degrees, but also under vacuum, and that vacuum sucks all those layers together while you're heating it and makes it become hard as a rock, and you can then take your CNC and cut it all out.
The thing it didn't look like something somebody hacked together on the weekend.
I have one downstairs. You saw I have 3 downstairs on that table down there, the big round chambers. Mine's a 5-gallon and 2.5 gallon. And that's what I do when I take my liquid and I pour it into my molds. And I put this under vacuum. First, I put it under vacuum, remove all the air out of it. You watch it boil. When it's under vacuum, it'll boil at room temperature. So all that air boils out of it, and then I take it and put it in those chambers, and those are pressure chambers. Then I'll put the pressure at 80 psi, and in case there's a tiny bubble left, it crushes it so small the human eye can't see it. So now first it goes from vacuum, boils at room temperature, and then I put it under pressure, and then it superheats. The catalyst superheats it while it's under pressure, and that's it. Ed's call.
Just like most of my stuff with Ed, can't bring myself to finishing it.
No, I can't. It's not. That's how far I got. It isn't bored. I never finished it, and Ed passed. And I can't finish it.
I'm well, I haven't because I got Ed's Walther from Joey. I haven't shot that, but in my defense, I haven't shot anything since receiving that. But still to this moment in time, I've never shot Ed's 4006. I use it defensively in the house and carry it as a house gun all the time. And I don't care if someone says, "Well, you should never do that because you haven't fired it." I know Ed fired it. But yeah, for the longest time, it was also the SKS. And I'm glad I shot that because that thing shoots unbelievable. Multi-gunman, if there's no whiskey, I will settle for an IPA. There isn't even an IPA today.
He says that a lot.
Smile Money, Ben just disappeared. Do you have a kill room also?
What? How did I get a kill room? Literally just walks by. Half-ass just walks by and goes, "What's that? Closet. What's the drain in the floor for?" No, it's got a kill room. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. How do I fight? Next thing you know, I have a kill room.
I'm just going to pour a little bit of this to have with our videos. Okay.
You want to try reading the glass again?
Daddy's sippy cup.
There you go.
Joey, I am here. And then Joey says, it's 88 miles an hour. Then you see some serious shit.
Oh, 88. I never know if I can get it.
And with the last comment says Mike. Cheers. Cheers, Mike. Now we get to go to the club. But before we read the club, I need to tell you what I think of this. And somehow John has to decipher what he would give this without actually tasting it. Maybe it's because I read it, but on top of the blue raspberry slushy-like flavor, I am picking up that lemon that they put in there. There is nothing about this that I wouldn't want to have a second one. The only thing I would do, just because it's sweet enough that it could handle a little melting, I would put this on ice if I had another one. And maybe it's unfair, but on the non-beer scale, to go along with when I review stuff like this, I would give that a 10.
Oh, wow. I said 8. Wow.
But that's the non-beer scale.
I understand.
If I put it on the actual brew and put it up against some of the best beers I've ever had, I would give it an 8.
Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say.
But in the enjoyment factor of stuff, I mean, first of all,
I thought it was fun. I thought you'd enjoy it. I thought it would be cool.
but yeah, I'd put it on. I'd just put it over ice. You know, because a can this size, you should try to make it last longer than 3 sips. I mean, I think I drank a half a glass as you were walking away. My first sip was a half a glass, and then I topped it off with the last of that. Very good, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Another well done. Oh, and I get to scan straight to the bottom. 41 minutes ago, Smile Money says, "Cheers, clubbers." And the main road trip reviews end. Matt Lovers, your day is coming. And Bad says, howdy, Clubber's money. And he shows a glass that looks a lot like this. I'm going to wait on this, though. Technically, I could do one more tomorrow. I do have a Bloody Mary. It'd be a beer, not a Bloody Mary, but a bloody beer that I have not reviewed. And it's a Bloody Mary mix from Maine.
Oh, that's right.
We'll see. There's a lot that's going on tomorrow.
There's a lot that's going on tomorrow. There's a whole lot of stuff that has to get done tomorrow, not for me, but for you.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to be pulling this stunt Monday morning.
Well, I'm not planning on getting up and, I'm not planning on having my alarm go off at 6 and run out the door.
Well, no, you gotta say goodbye to Red. He'll kick your fucking ass.
Yeah. But it's 4.5 hours to get back down to the kids.
Yeah.
And I'm actually, unless the weather is going to be possibly bad, which it might be, I'm really kind of looking forward to the return trip because Vermont is a roller coaster for cars.
If you left here by 8 o'clock, you'd be to them noon, time for lunch and all that. It'd be, yeah, it's good.
No, because of what I'm doing, there will not be lunch, but it might be a trip to the Eagle. The Eagle's few American Spirit Blacks and
Yeah,
some
don't fuck this up.
inexperienced.
A lot of shit was done here. Yeah.
No, I can't. That's why I said
You fucked this up. It's like How I Achieved My Goals and Destroyed Them, a book by Bomi.
in the time that I've known you, I have fluctuated from 257. There is one of our shoot-a-paloozas where I almost don't even recognize myself. And that was, I got to 201. And I was never able to see 199. But right now, I am within what, 19 pounds of getting back to the least I have ever been in the time that anybody that has known me, which means going back as far as him and a few of you that I've known since practically the dawn of my channel. Yeah, the least I've ever weighed on video was 201.
You were almost there.
Yeah, because yesterday was well, actually, you know what I thought? I told you 204, but that's what that scale said, and you said that scale's off by 1 pound. So I was actually 223, not 224. So that's still, like I said, when I got here, I was 245 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I've overeaten. I'm not hungry. And he's always like, first of all, he planned on lunches for me.
Original. Well, that's
and how much shit. I feel bad. How much shit have you thrown away because
it's life.
I didn't.
But you got here and you were like, oh, hey, by the way, what? I gotta be like mellow and stuff. I gotta like, okay, so you want to lose it? And I sat right down and did the whole entire thing. This is what it'll go. This is what'll happen. This will. You'll stay inside of these runs, this stuff. But there's a lot of ways to cheat. I mean, not like trying to get by on stuff, but you can use. There's a lot of fillers you can use for stuff. I mean,
I don't feel like I've sacrificed a fucking thing since I've been here.
You haven't.
I mean, I don't normally before you. I never did breakfast. My idea of breakfast is coffee. Yeah. I can't eat early in the morning. I just get sick. So then
that explains a lot when you and Half-Ass were here. Because I'm like, you guys are having breakfast, right? And he'd say, absolutely. And then you go, yeah. And I was like, okay, here we go. The funny thing is I made a gallon of homemade granola. And it's still sitting right there. A month and a half later. You had one serving with yogurt once, and that was it.
It's really good.
No, you're not. Hey, you're not a breakfast guy. You're not a breakfast guy. That's that.
And then when it comes to lunch, I honestly, I'll tell you what.
We had a couple. We had a couple.
We had a couple. It basically was a half a sandwich and some chips. Now, as full disclosure goes, I'm not hungry. See, when me and Greg worked together. Which wonder why it was so easy to maintain 245. We always did lunch, and it was always A&W's, the Guadalajara. Trust me, after the Guadalajara, that was probably not only carbs but calories in that one meal. We're sitting and watching like commercials, and he's like, "Yeah, you see that right there? You could have that
For a week. One.
if you had that one meal. It's more than you have had in this last week." We were watching asshole. We were watching cooking videos like for 2 hours straight the other morning, and it was like, oh my God, I want that. I want it. Of course, the German place,
Yes.
everything smothered in bubbling butter.
They had sausage patties floating in butter, and she just lets them sit there until they turn totally golden brown, then she flips them. And then someone comes by and goes, I'll have one of those. And she takes it out, the butter's dripping, and she puts it on the bun, and it's like, okay, that right there is a week. You can have that, but you don't eat for a week if you have that.
Enjoy that one meal.
Yeah. No, he's been on 120 carbs a day, which is easy when you're doing one meal. Basically, he's traded everything for one really, really good meal. I'll take one really good meal. Certain amount of protein every day, certain amount of carbs a day, certain amount of polyunsaturated fat, and a certain amount of this, certain amount. We done well, though. You've had burgers. Differences are is I made the burger.
Yeah, so when you actually go to figure out all the carbs and all that, you can know that you're not guessing.
Right.
That it's actually right.
Well, plus they give you a hamburger, and it's like all they give you is 80% lean, 20% fat. How do you even know that? How the fuck do you even know that?
Well, they didn't. Bad says howdy, clubbers. Rich says cheers, clubbers. Bad says howdy, clubber Rich. I'll read more about it. This is good. Bad. There once was a drinker named Pete who stripped while enjoying his, thank God he didn't use meat here, treat. With whiskey in hand, a gerbil looked grand and squeaked well. This night can't be beat. Unless you have a shop vac and a turntable.
Yeah.
Possibly a pickle jar and a big rock and some air hose.
And a little bit of wine.
I love that one. I said to Bob, how do we know that Teddy's actually is oxygen actually transferring through this hose and getting to him? Yeah. Hey, evidently pressurized Teddy.
Yeah.
His eyes bulged a little. Love that hamster. So
You sound like you did love that hamster.
Salty double naked sardine club time.
Oh my God.
Greetings, Salty Clubber.
That's going to be a mess in my head for so long, watching him just go,
So,
I'm going to take a little bit of the oil. 2 minutes later, you go back and look at the video and go, wait a minute. Oh my God, he put the sardines in the tacos. He's fucking put them in there. And then he goes, and cheese.
Cobra
And
says
hot
club.
sauce.
Cheers, Cobra.
Oh my God, that was
I'm
horrifying.
going to hit the button. Wow. Haven't seen this
Holy moly.
in
Good
a
job.
long time on this one. Now let's actually check the real video. Oof. Okay, sort by newest first. See if anything was stolen. Bad. Grab me a beer, pass the whiskey, and keep the butt gerbil out of my glass.
Keep the butt gerbil,
huh? So far so good. Oh, bad again. I hope that entry screen gerbil hasn't been in John's been inside John's colon.
What?
The thumbnail.
Oh my God, come on.
The gerbil doesn't smell like John's colon.
Come on.
That's it. Now all the rest we're accounted for. I'm gonna hit the button, and if whatever the hell that thing is,
That just means you've got nothing here to look at. That's what all the eyes are about.
and he's got binoculars.
Yeah, nothing here to see.
Okay, that's that. There's a small, and I mean a small chance that we do a bloody beer review tomorrow. If not, I'll probably take the bottle and throw it in my cooler, which now I'm thinking I almost don't want to have to deal with the space that the cooler takes up. But trust me, John is not going to want to open his little refrigerator upstairs.
Oh, you're taking that shit with you. You're not leaving that in that room. You're not doing anything with that. I'm afraid that's going to probably have a stink. I'll probably have to disinfect that fucking fridge. You got that fucking toe jam cheese in there.
I finished the open one like 4 weeks ago, but I haven't. He's like, "Did you eat that? Why after feeling like right now that I had way too much dinner, yet I don't care because I know about the only thing bad I ate tonight was the buns."
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't go to my room and crack open a box of chicken and the biscuit. There's a box of them up there. They're probably stale because they haven't been touched. But the cheese is in a Ziploc.
You won't go hungry here.
Yeah, so I'll be. He's got my ice blocks. I'll pack all that stuff, put it back in the cooler, and probably regret that I even brought that big of a cooler. Well, when I came out here, though, it was filled. When I left Duluth, I had space. I had V8 for the trip.
Yeah, but you won't regret it if you put some drinks in it and all that, so you have stuff along the way. Keep it in the front seat on the floor, so you can get a water out of it or a water. You know what water is, right?
10 millimeter.
You know what water is, right? It's a liquid substance.
I know they put some in beer.
Essence of life.
Okay, we have to get to the kids and
we have
and the metal
important stuff to look at.
So
Blondie Hacks is on too, so
111. Cheers.
He goes crazy with her. He's like, "I hate you, bitch."
God, that train is ridiculous. I do hate her.